Hello everyone, it's me again, and in this video I'd like to be talking about Call of Duty as a franchise. More specifically what Activision does to Call of Duty, more specifically how they release a Call of Duty game every year. Now, it's pretty hard not to notice that at this point there's a lot of uproar against the developers and publisher and whatnot, how they release the quote same thing every year and whatnot. And I don't know about them, but I actually like what Activision is actually doing, how they re-release it every year. Hear me out on this. I used to play and I still play free-to-play games. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's basically games where it's free to actually play, but for premium and quote and usually overpowered content or superior content, you'd have to pay for it. And you know what would happen is that over time, these free-to-play games, when they first launched, they'd be all cool and all, how premium members don't really have that much of an extra edge over the free-to-play users, but then things really start to get out of hand, and over time, the game starts releasing these patches with these like wacky content updates that are basically like don't really fit into the game, and then over time, premium users, they just get better and better content, better and better stuff, and they just begin to just dominate the free-to-play users in terms of like what they have available and how overpowered it is and whatnot. So yeah, it could either be that or what Call of Duty does is the same core mechanics are released every year, and for a price of around I'd say $60, the price of a classic of a nice AAA title and whatnot. For a price of $60, you don't have to worry about that. You have the core gameplay and you have access to all the maps, all the guns, minus the DLC maps and whatnot. So yeah, so that's actually one thing I really like. Instead of dealing with all that free-to-play stuff, you just simply pay about once a year if you wanna buy the game or not, and that's pretty much the end of it. So yeah. Coming from a free-to-play user background and whatnot, Call of Duty, its marketing actually really appeals to me and whatnot, cause, as a chances are, if you are really invested in a game, you will spend on average, quite some money on it every now and then, and, if you save if we talk about, let's say, like $5 a month and whatnot, it's really, not that much, to was it to invest in a game, $5 a month. We already have a lot of games with the subscription-based systems that follow that. So, yeah. So that's basically the way I think of Call of Duty. I think it's actually good. Activision keeps on re-releasing the same mechanics and whatnot and all, and yeah, yeah, I think yeah, it's pretty cheap how they could get away with making so much money off that kind of effort, but a lot of people buy it. It's at the I mean, it's a pretty good game if you're not really if you don't really look that deep into the background, behind the scenes, what what goes on and whatnot. It's a really easy game. It's easy to learn and whatnot. So yeah, they're keeping it simple that way. So yeah, you could basically just relax and play it. Your brain doesn't really need to do like all these calculations at once. Like let's say instance like StarCraft 2 or whatnot. It's really simple. So yeah. Yeah, that's why I actually really like what Activision's, like I said, that's why I really like what Activision is doing with Call of Duty, releasing it. I've seen game series franchises or whatnot where basically it starts one way, then they get bought out by someone else, and then it's like it's not even the same series anymore. They keep the same characters and whatnot, but they change the mechanics so much, and you're like, this is not what you're like, this is not what I grew up with, or this is not what the game is supposed to be and whatnot. And and all in all, if I had to choose between that or what Call of Duty slash what Activision is doing with Call of Duty, I'd probably go with Call of Duty. So yeah, that's why I like what they're doing. So I think that's pretty much all I had to say in this video. So yeah, I think that's it. Alright, so the commentary for this video pretty much ends here, so you could leave the video now if you haven't already, Really appreciate if you watched up till now, or you could keep on watching the gameplay till the end of the video or whatnot. So yeah, if you found this video entertaining or at least worth your time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that kind of stuff. Maybe leave something in the comments section, like your own thoughts or something. Let's not try and like attack each other here. Just leave this nice discussion in the comments or whatnot, or you just hit the like button. Any of that stuff, I really appreciate it. So yeah. So enjoy the rest of the gameplay, I suppose. Yeah.
All clear? Roger that.
I'm getting a strong reading, sir. You might want to take a look at this. It's in Arabic.
Faceplate, this is Bravo 6. We've found it. Ready to secure package for transport.
No time, Bravo 6. 2 bogies headed your way fast. Grab what you can and get the hell out of there.
Fast movers. Probably Mix. We better go.
So, grab the manifest in the container. Move! Alright, everyone topside. Double time.
Warcraft, Griffin, what's your status?